It's NBA playoff season, and as of this recording, it's the second round. The Knicks are kicking the Celtics' ass, and it's a bloodbath in the West right now. They all going back and forth. But man, them Pacers though?
Hey, smile. Take a picture with me.
Cooked Giannis and them boys in 5 games. Low-key feel a little bad because Giannis deserves better. But hey man, that's what happens when you call Halliburton the most overrated player in the league. Put some respect on the Indy, bro. We've been trying to tell y'all. I hope you found this video while waiting for the next matchup. But yeah, man, y'all saw the title. And we are finally finna rank some things here on this channel. And what better to start with than hated ass NBA players? You know, the guys who wreak havoc any chance they get. The guys you love to have on your side, but hate to face because they are indeed that much of a problem in some of the worst ways possible. And then there's some of the guys who are just hated because they're better than others, or the exact opposite, seen as lame ass niggas. We just gonna get into this one. Here's the 15 players I handpicked for this iteration. Let's jump into this joint. If you don't sub, Dillon Brooks will get a super max contract to your team. Yeah, I know you're panicking. Hit the like button and sub to the channel. Thank you. First up, we got the point guard himself, Chris Paul, otherwise known as CP3, otherwise known as a little asshole.
Man, what's up, man?
Chris Paul, one of them guys that you grow up messing with, but then you get to a certain age and you just see what he be doing on TV and realize, hey man, this dude low-key an asshole. To be fair, I can sympathize with it because I didn't see this grumpier side until later seasons where he had to face the Warriors every year. And Scott Foster used to be on his ass when he officiated his games. I swear he needs to be investigated for that. For all this, I have to put Chris in the misunderstood tier. I can't say I hate the dude or even dislike him, because I understand his frustration. I'd be mad as hell for light skin ruin my career too. Benjamin Simmons. Man, where do I start? This man is hated by like the entire NBA community, and it's all because he was scared to boom on a 5'11" Trae Young 4 years ago in the playoffs. That was genuinely insane. Like, why did you not baptize that man? Someone was definitely holding his family hostage, bro. Like, there's no way you didn't dunk on Trae Young. But yeah, ever since then, it's been Dow Hall for Benjamin, man. He had to stop playing for Philly because they was having beef because, you know, they also thought he was a bitch. He got flipped to Brooklyn to pair with KD and Kyrie, but as soon as he went over there, they blew that entire thing up. And after a while, he landed on the Clippers, where he's been averaging 2 points and 3 assists. At one point, the world was saying he was the next
Simmons
LeBron.
is here. We're all good.
Now we don't even know if he's better than Bronny. I'm gonna have to throw him in Miley that's like, when you're 6'10" in the paint with Trae Young under you, you're supposed to dunk that. I don't care. Joel Embiid, man, Joel hate, Embiid hate, it's definitely warranted. Remember how everybody would flip about Harden foul baited into the rim back in 2018, or how they treat Shai with that now? Imagine that, but 10 times worse, because the nigga doing it is a big ass 7-foot center, playing as if other players are actually gonna hurt him. Bruh, nobody is pushing your big ass that much. Stop this madness. To add on to it, doing stuff like this directly causes a lot of his injuries. And he's also the first player to ever receive the "here nigga damn" MVP. Like, we all know he didn't deserve that year. They just wanted to give it to somebody who wasn't named Jokic. Easy dislike. Speaking of Shai though, yes, he made the list. And yes, it's solely off of his aura farming and his apparent foul baiting, but you can check the numbers. He doesn't even shoot as many free throws relative to others, but we not finna get into that. Why do motherfuckers hate him for real? Like, I'm not finna act like I'm a fan, but I don't understand the reason they hate him. Is it the aura farming? Is it just too strong? Is it because of his Instagram captions, or that he's Canadian? Because if that's the reason, I might have to let it slide. I don't know. I'm playing. He's the first "why are they here" of the video. It don't even make sense for real. Like, why is he here? Ja Morant, the guy that was supposed to be the face of the league by now. But instead, we're in this weird dilemma where there's 10 faces instead of just one. Ja Morant got wannabe YN syndrome. He was raised in a nice middle-class household with not one, but 2 loving parents. But he still chooses to run around throwing up AR-15 cellies and flashing Glocks on his Instagram live. I don't know how or why he let this happen twice. I guess it's just what Memphis and NBA YoungBoy does to a motherfucker. I don't know. I know a few dudes like this, and to be honest, I respect the man as a player and mostly as a person, minus the boys in the hood wanna be antics. he pulls out every now and then. I'll put him in mildly dislike, but can slide. He got misunderstood potential, but he has to stop being a YN for at least one full season. Now, it's the player you have all been waiting for. Been a menace ever since he stepped into the league. We all know his name. Enter Draymond Green. Draymond Green has been a public menace on the floor for years now, and we all know this. He's one of those guys. It's his brand of basketball. On one possession, he's getting a clean assist to Curry, and on another one, he's kicking Steven Adams in the nuts for no reason. This man socked Jordan Poole in the face at practice. And even all that, they did not even seem sorry about it. For real. And I'll never forget seeing him stump on Sabonis' chest as if Domantas Sabonis of all people would ever do anything wrong. I cannot forgive you for that, Draymond. Sabonis is a sweetheart. Don't ever do that again. But even with all that, I can't say I personally hate Draymond. One of my favorite players is Curry, and if you ignore the stat sheet and actually watch the games, you'll come to find out that Draymond is indeed more important than his numbers would say. I would even go as far as to say that without Draymond, Steph would probably only have 2 rings at best, but that's neither here or there. Bottom line is, Draymond is still a menace. He's still hell on earth. And even though I don't necessarily hate him all the way, I do have some bias because he has helped 2 of my favorite players win some chips. At the end of the day, I'm a real nigga. And I know damn well his behavior deserves him a nice, warm, comfy spot in the most hated tier. You know all that I just said about Draymond? Now take that, but like, make the dude less valuable, trasher on offense and defense, light skin, and just, man, I don't even have to say at this point. Dillon Brooks is just a worse Draymond. Like, this nigga for real sucks. Bro, he is trash as hell. The Grizzlies got rid of him because he tried to get into LeBron's head, but was ultimately embarrassed and got bitched around. He plays this tough guy persona, which, yeah, we've seen multiple times within the history of the league. But man, he's not even a tough guy. Look at his media day photo. Nigga, I'm not scared. Most hated. Patrick Beverley, not even in the league anymore, but when he was, I'm not gonna lie, he was more funnier than hated in my eyes. Like, you don't even hate the dude, you just laugh at him because he's outlandish. Like the moment where he told Curry that the next 5 years were his, as if they weren't the same age, or that time he celebrated winning a play-in game, he was running around throwing his jersey like he clutched up for game 7 of the NBA finals. Like, bro, dog was crying about it. Oh my gosh, he's hilarious. Pat getting misunderstood. Man, I can't put too much on him. Kyrie Irving. It's time to start a dialogue for a fat minute. And when I say a fat minute, I mean a minute fatter than Jason Whitlock big ass. The community was hating on Kyrie.
I think Kyrie Irving should retire.
And since he been on the Mavs, the discourse has definitely taken a much deserved 180. But from his Celtics days to the end of his time with the Nets, he was one of the most hated players across media analysts and fans alike. They was calling him a baby for leaving Cleveland, shitting on him for the flat earth stuff. In Brooklyn, he wouldn't get the vaccine, so the entire NBA community kicked him over that. And it got so bad, the Nets would not let him play in either home or away games. To make matters worse, he got accused of being anti-Semitic, all because he posted a movie that he watched from Amazon. Crazy era for real, bro. The Nets owner trying to make Kyrie do a list of apologetic demands before he was allowed to join the team again. I wouldn't do it either, bruh. He wasn't even being that way. And now you send him a list of humiliation rituals and call it an apology? Prayers up for Kyrie. Hopefully his ACL recovery is going well. For the cheer though, I'm gonna have to go with misunderstood. Kyrie hate was always forced. I don't know how you can hate Uncle Drew. Paul George. This is putting me into a tough dilemma. Cause in his heyday, Paul George and the Pacers were the only team in the East to give the Heat a run for their money. So some bias might be at hand. But this ain't 2013 anymore. And as of 2025, Paul George is washed as hell. And yes, of course, he has been getting bullied for this, like any other washed player would. Celtics Shaq, Brooklyn Nets Kevin Garnett, Pistons Tracy McGrady, Philadelphia Paul George. That's how it's been for real, and it's sad. It's really sad. So sad that I had to add a new tier titled ass, because we know why he's here, and I can't say I hate him. He's just ass, man. Like, he just sucks right now. I don't know if that's gonna change. Jalen Green. I know y'all saw the Warriors series. Jayson Tatum. Very weird position because unlike our last 2 players, and despite the recent memes,
is playoff Jayson a thing?
Nah, playoff Jayson is not a thing.
he's not ass whatsoever. He's hated mostly because he's a nonchalant light skin and because he forgets that he's 6'10" and has a weird habit of not taking advantage of that, but mostly because he lacks aura and a crazy image that prevents him from being perceived as the face of the league. Which is kind of right. But to be fair, if you don't have a loud demeanor, you can't shit on him for that. Like, he's a chill and calm dude, y'all. Like, for this, I'd say he's misunderstood. People hate the guy because they want him to be something that he's not. He's a little bit corny, though. Russell Westbrook. Westbrook, what you call him depends on how much you mess with him. Russ has always been a player full of passion and fire, never backing down to anyone no matter what. He has had his moments, for better or worse.
What?
But at the end of the day, people who hate on Russ are hating because he's passionate about the game.
That nigga's tripping.
I can't even say he's misunderstood because that's not it. Like, that's not what's going on. People just want to hate him just because. Like, imagine your right-hand man leaves you for the team that just beat you on the Western Conference. Bro, I run around looking mad as hell for the rest of my career too. Cut him some slack. Why are they here tier? Rudy Gobert. If you know me in real life, you know where I'm going with this. Rudy is the most overrated player I've ever had the displeasure of watching. I genuinely can't comprehend how this man has won 4 defensive player of the years. Maybe 1, maybe even 2. But 4? I've seen this man get abused by all positions all the time. Not to mention, this dude was the key reason the league had to shut down in 2020. It was gonna happen eventually, but he made it happen earlier than it should have because he wanted to touch all the mics.
Stop touching niggas with your hand.
He's overpaid as hell, and you have no idea how upset I was when I saw that the Wolves traded Cat to the Knicks instead of him. Deploy this and deploy that, but he can't guard Jokic to save his life? And I get it. It's Jokic. One of the best bigs of all time. There's just certain players you can't stop no matter what you do. But how does that excuse the 60-point triple-double he ended up having against him? Man, I don't care what anybody says. I may not hate him as a person all that much, but I damn sure do not like him as a player. Most hated tier. Last but certainly not least, we have Kevin Durant. KD, easy money sniper, Slim Reaper. Where do I begin? I've been a KD fan since 2013, and I've never switched up on him, unlike how he did OKC. But back then, I was cool with it because it meant my favorite player was gonna get some hardware. Back then, I understood the hate, and now I still understand it. Nothing changed. But over time, it has definitely died down. Ever since he left the Warriors, people have become more lenient on KD in his career. He's pushing 40, and he's still giving your favorite team a nice 30 ball on great efficiency. Can't forget the run he put on back in Brooklyn. When Kyrie and Harden went down, he damn near soloed the Bucks, who would go on to be the champs of that year. And to be real, he would have got it if it wasn't for his feet being big as hell. In all honesty, my peers will most likely always hate KD, and for that, I'd give him hate tier. But let's be real. This man at his peak is an all-time great NBA talent, and as of right now, he is still one of the league's top players. We must enjoy him while we still can, because there's no telling when his time is up. This is the finished tier list, and to be real, I think it's pretty nice. I think it's accurate. You know, it's nicely spread out and stuff. I might have to do this again sometime, bro. This is kind of fun. If y'all want to see me do more tier lists like this, just shoot me in the comments and like and sub to the channel for more content.